Hey, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so I want to share with you the Book of Spells. This is actually two books. There's the Book of Spells and then you've got the sequel to the Book of Spells. So we're going to start with the black book first. And I just want to share a little bit with you in regard to this Book of Spells. Now this is by Nicola de Pulford. Over 40 secret recipes to get your own way in love, work and play. Okay, so we're going to start with the mystery of magic. So I just want to talk a little bit. It's got a great range of contents, as you can see there. Okay, so that's the contents. Okay, so now let's begin. Getting started. The mystery of magic, getting started. Within our increasingly materialistic society, many of us have forgotten the simple pleasures of nature and natural magic. In fact, if you tell someone you're interested in magic, the standard reaction will be a raised eyebrow or an amused smile. Despite the skepticism and human nature being as it is, the person will, in the same instant, expect you to perform a spell for you. The occult. An occultist is someone who delves into hidden territory in search of its secrets. Much of the workings of nature are hidden to us and therefore occult. In the past, occultists, wise women, witches, or wizards, as they've been called, went about their business secretly in order to escape persecution. Fear, greed, envy, and hatred were the root causes of the relentless persecution, which in the main was carried out by ecclesiastics whose judgment could not be criticized. Witch hunting and notorious witch trials became an industry bolstering local economics by providing a livelihood for those involved. The Jesuit priest Friedrich von Spree, 1591 to 1695, who dared to speak out against the trials, said, "Often I have thought that the only reason we are not all wizards is due to the fact that we have not all been tortured." This public and manifold slaughter led to a change in the psyche of the populace for decades to come and drove any form of magic underground. Natural magic. Until the 17th century, it was an accepted view that nature is alive and that the spirit, mind, and body are linked in all strata of creation. In order to heal the physical body, the spirit also had to be in balance. With the coming of the scientific revolution, nature was looked upon as something to be exploited for human gain with scant regard for the consequences. It is only now that we're beginning to realize, ironically, through scientific experiment, that all forms of life have the same nature and are part of an intricate living entity. The components of this cosmos may appear solid and unrelated, but they're all comprised of energy vibrating at different frequencies. We need to develop our ability to recognize the vital energy that flows through nature and animates all life, and to work with the natural magic that all is around us. So it talks about reawakening your powers. In our modern subjective world, it is difficult to trust our natural instincts and reawaken powers we possessed in the early phases of our development. By accepting that spirit, body, and mind are linked and harnessing the energy of the mind, we can use magic as a way of enhancing and taking control of our own destinies. The magic used in this book is a positive force. The spells are all life-affirming and humane, and you do not need to join a coven or other secret society to use the magic energies of nature. The spells are divided into 6 sections, the perfect number, and each section contains 7 spells, the most magical number, rich with potent symbolism. There are also 3 spells on sealed pages in the last section of the book, whose power you must only release in cases of emergencies, so take care. The magic of the mind. Expensive accessories are not necessary. Most ingredients can be found in a local store, garden, or home. The real magic is in your mind and its infinity with the tools you use. Everything in the world is at your disposal to use and enjoy on loan to you from nature, and ultimately to return to nature as you yourself will. Use the spells wisely. They should never be used to gain control over to harm another living being. If you surround yourself with hateful thoughts, you will attract hatred to you. By performing a spell, you're affirming what you intend to do. Keep it strongly in your mind, and as you begin to feel better about yourself and your situation, the magic will happen. Remember that you are special and that magic is not rigid and evolves with you. If you wish to develop your own rituals for gathering ingredients or making a day trip to secure herbs from a grower, this will add to your concentration for performing a spell in your relationship with nature. Magical ingredients. Candles are used in many of the spells. They give the soft, natural light and to help create the right ambience for focusing your mind. Fire is an important spiritual element. Select a candle of the correct color to aid your magic. Where relevant colors are suggested for each spell, and there is also a list of magical color associations on pages 14 to 15. When focusing on a candle, let your mind take in the whole of its golden glow. And as you concentrate, visualize the invisible forces all around you and allow your mind to reach a meditative state. It may take some time to learn to focus your mind, but don't give up. Practice makes perfect. Herbs and essential oils are vital ingredients for many spells. Build up a collection of oils to have at hand whenever you need them for your magic, and if possible, buy fresh herbs. You can dry your herbs yourself for those times of the year when they're unavailable. If you have the space, grow your own herbs, and remember, the more you nurture them, the stronger your magic will be. An oil, charcoal, or incense burner, a small flask and a goblet, and a sharp pair of scissors are essential items that you will use again and again for performing magic. Make these items special by personalizing them in some way and use them only for magic. The same applies to any other ingredients or tools you use on a regular basis or that hold special significance. Talks about the moon and about making a wish. Okay, so let's have a look. So, magic by numbers, you can use the Hebrew numerological code. So 1 to 8. So you've got, let's see if you can, oh, I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can see that. So basically, Hebrew numerological code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1 is A, I, Q, J, and Y. 2 is B, K, and R. 3 is C, G, L, and S. 4 is D, M, T. 5 is E, H, and N. 6 is U, V, W, and X. 7 is O and Z. And 8 is F and P. So you can do that by doing your name. So this is the name. So doing your name. So for me, so for example, John, or just say for an example, John Smith. So John Smith adds up to 35. Oh, John Smith adds up to 35, and 35 adds to 8. So John Smith's personal number is 8. 11 and 22 do not reduce, as they are a higher level of wisdom. 22 is the master number. There are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. 11 represents those who experience revelations. So working out what your name is. Okay, that's quite different compared to, so the Hebrew magic by numerology is quite different than other numerology ones that I've seen. Then it's got the different, 1 is the pioneer, the leader, strong-willed, and sometimes self-centered. 2 is the number of passive, receptive people, kind and sensitive. 3 is a potent, lucky number representing extrovert, creative, and witty people. 4 is for dependable, loyal, hard-working people who are good organizers. 5 is the number of radical, fast-moving people, curious and impulsive, who hate to be tied down. 6 is the perfect number and represents harmony, beauty, sincerity, and affection. People are creative and artistic. 7 is the magical number representing the scholar and the mystic, the dignified and the self-possessed. They may appear aloof. 8 symbolizes intuition, prosperity, and organization, solid, strong, and fertile. So it's talking about hard work. 9 is for intellects, idealists. It is a number of great strength, self-discipline, and ambition. 11 is the number of people who are idealists. 11 people have a strong vocation for their work, and often suffer for the sake of others. And 22 is the master number and incorporates the supreme qualities and attributes of all other numbers. So that's interesting. And then we've got colours of magic like white, midnight blue, moss green, peat brown, ruby red, golden yellow, purple, and orange. Mother of pearl, the colour of moon, sea blue, silver, and gold. And it talks a little bit more about that there. So you can sort of see the colours there. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details. I'm not going to share everything in the book. This one talks about sacred trees and plants. So you're looking at birch, rowan, ash, elder, willow, hawthorn, oak, holly, hazel, vine, ivy, reed, and elder. It does give you the Celtic months with it. It does give you some dates of it, because it's the Celts, the months of the year, attuned to the 13 cycles of the year, were measured from full moon to full moon, and they were named after sacred trees. According to the month which you're performing your spell, you can increase its power. Oh, okay. So at the moment, we're in June the 10th to July the 7th, right? Maybe we're in July the 8th to August 7th. So we're either in oak or holly, depending on when you're watching this, of course, and depending on when I upload it. So it could be oak or holly. Oak is June the 10th to July the 7th. If it's after July the 7th, so July the 8th to August the 4th, we're in holly. August the 5th, September the 1st, in hazel. Okay, so magical plants and flowers, symbols of love, attracting luck and serenity. Quite interesting. Goes into a lot more detail with plants and things like that, which is interesting. Then we got magic signs and symbols, including gemstones, amulets, and things like that. Okay, so when any star planet ascends fortunately with the fortunate aspect or conjunction of the moon, we must take a stone and herb that is under that star and make a ring of the metal that is suitable to the star, and in it fasten the stone, putting the herb or root under it, not omitting the descriptions of images, names, and characters, as also the proper certifications. It goes into quite a lot of detail here. Then it talks about, right, so we've got 7 sensuous and spiritual spells encapsulating the magic of the natural world to give your body and mind a new outlook. Despite the huge advances in modern scientific medicine, many of us are still drawn to the ancient wisdom of holistic systems of healing and herbal remedies. These spells will increase your physical, mental, and spiritual sense of well-being with the help of nature. So let's do the first one, the scented charm. So the first one is an Hungarian beauty potion for gleaming hair and youthful zest. Okay, you'll need rosemary and sunflower oil, paper and fountain pen with red ink, a sprig of rosemary, a glass of spring water. Okay, in the 14th century, a hermit prescribed a beauty potion made from rosemary flowers for Isabella, Queen of Hungary. Isabella, who was aged 72, was infirm, but after 1 year of using the hermit's potion, her strength and beauty had recovered to such an extent that the King of Poland expressed a desire to marry her. Rosemary has been used for many hundreds of years and is valued by the herbalists as an effective stimulant. Even to smell the scent of the leaves keeps one young. Banks Herbal 1525. Method. Okay, dilute. Okay, ready for this. Dilute 5 drops of rosemary oil into 1 ounce, 25 mils of sunflower oil. Massage the oil into your hair, drawing it right through to the tips. Close your eyes and inhale the wonderful scent. Write your name on the paper with red ink. Then dip the sprig of rosemary into the glass of spring water and chant. Dew of the sea, enhance my charms. Bring love and friendship into my arms. Dew, D-E-W, of the sea, enhance my charms. Bring love and friendship into my arms. Place the paper in the spring water so that the symbolic essence of you is dispersed. Then remove the paper when the ink has faded. Wash the oil out of your hair using the spring water as the final rinse. Wear the sprig of rosemary for the rest of the day to strengthen the magic of your spell. That's an interesting one to start with. Okay, so that's it from me, just to sort of show you the spell. Okay, so the second book here, the More Spells, is very much the same sort of thing, with a little bit more introduction to it all, with the days, the ancient planets, the music, spell casting. Talks a little bit more about spell casting and things like that, and the magic of you. So yeah, this book here is actually by Marion Green. The second book is actually created by Marion Green. So there are two different creators. So if you want me to go into more on some of these spells, if you want me to share a little bit more with you, please let me know in the comments down below. That's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below and check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.